So yesterday we saw about this healthy meditation. So the purpose of the meditation is not to rearrange, to reorganize, or to channelize your thought and thinking process. But the purpose of meditation is to be comfortable with your thinking process, not to fight with your thinking process, not to speed up your thinking process, not to really have any sort of either likes or dislikes with reference to your thinking process. In short, seeing your thinking process, objectifying your thinking process as a Sakshi Purusha, as a different person. Because thinking process happens through the instrument called mind. So you are just observing the mind. So you try to see the mind, but you are not part of the mind. That is actually the purpose of meditation. However, people think meditation means to reorganize, to channelize, to manage, or to make more systematic and to make more intelligent, and to reduce, to reduce the the impact, or you can say to reduce the wastage of my life or thinking. That is called meditation. But really in reality, it is not like that. So we discussed in details how this healthy meditation makes a big impact in my life. So when I understand, most important thing, I means please understand each one of you. So okay, when I say I means, oh Swamiji, this is for you, okay? We are not part of it. So, so when I understand that, look, the moment I close my eyes, it's not to kill my time, to run away myself from myself or situation, or to do something, but let me try to be comfortable within myself. As I am comfortable, most important thing is, as I am comfortable while keeping my eyes open, so also let me be comfortable by closing my eyes. So when you understand that there is no difference between opening eyes or closing eyes, because the moment you close eyes, there is a sense of fear, there is sense of loss. If nothing else, at least the sense of loss of time, you understand? Oh, so much time is being wasted, gone, not wasted, gone. Maybe I have been, because you might have only closed eyes for 5 minutes, okay? Not 5 minutes, 2 minutes. You will think, oh, 2 hours gone. Then you start cursing the watch. Oh, fellow not moving properly. A fellow did not move. Fellow moved properly, but your mind has moved very fast. You understand? However, coming to the point very clearly, that when you close your eyes, there should not be any sense of loss. There should not be any sense of regret. There should not be any agony. There should not be any hatred. In short, neither you are loving your thought and thinking process, nor you are hating your thought and thinking process. As they keep coming, let them go. You just extend your existence. Please understand. You just extend your existence. Of course, Chit is there, the awareness, consciousness, of course you have extended also. Let the thought come and go away. So that's why it says very carefully, this only will happen when there is non-duality thinking. At least to start with, if you cannot get into this, what here Ramana Maharshi highlights, at least try to see that the thoughts are not different from you. What are you talking, Swamiji? In fact, that is the problem. I always look at thought or me. Look, suppose that fellow did this thing. In fact, I think he has done to me. Please, you are talking the same thing. No, not from that angle, okay? Please understand, the object of thought and you are one and same. Not the thought and you are one and same. You understand the concept? The object of thought and you are one and same. That's why the problem. But here you need to look at the thought by itself is not different from you. The moment you withdraw your existence, your support, thought cannot survive. Thought will not have any strength. So to start, at least to start with this thing, that's why as we discussed in details, japa does a great job because japa creates a barrier. Japa becomes a shock absorber between you and your thought, especially when you consider that you as your thought of object or object of thought, whatever, okay? Now, coming back here, let's go to the next verse or else we'll get stuck. So next verse, because now I'm slowly thinking to at least take one verse every day or else years together I'll be talking which is not right, okay? The next one is talking about the devotion. Let us read. Bhava sunya sat bhava sustiti bhavana vala bhaktiruttama bhava sunya sat bhava sustiti bhavana vala bhaktiruttama. So when he talks about devotion, the best devotion that we know, we are called, please understand, always not devotees, common people, those who we see, whether it's any religious place, any religion makes no difference. Whether in Hinduism in the temples, in Christianity in the churches, in Islam in the mosques, or Buddhist in the Buddha's places. Actually, they are not devotees. I call them as their divertees. To divert their mind and to go one step ahead, they are the beggars. When I see people, especially in temple churches is one step ahead, not only beggar, because in temple is full of beggars, okay? Not outside, inside, okay? The bigger beggar is inside you, okay? You go there, what to beg? Oh God, this thing should happen, that thing, oh God, give me this, give me this, give me this. Appa. How many times, how many things you see? And how many times really you ask how many things? So every time you are real beggar in the temple. And of course church is one step ahead, okay? Church is mainly not beggar. It is, very insecure person you are. Please, 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 means forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. You understand? Only sense of guilt and regret. And that's the worst thing is, I'll tell you openly, this confessor box, okay? That they should ban now. And who is the other side, that fellow leaks news and manipulates, which is not supposed to be. There are many cases all over world now. So you think you are in safe hand, you are in dangerous hand. Confession box is the one of the dangerous thing to happen in life. That's why we have a concept, a beautiful concept. If you want to confess, go to any deity. Because after all, stone will not reply you back. You understand? That is what is the job of the confession box. Black screen, you do not know who is that fellow, okay? Fellow or a failure, nobody is there, okay? But unfortunately, the fellow who is more insecure than you, I'm not telling you jokes. The one who is the other end, that fellow is most insecure. You cannot, the fellow stinks, not only physically, mentally, okay? I'm not telling you so, I have come across few cases, that's what I'm trying to say, okay? And that's all. Then there will be fear. Oh, you have confessed everything. What to do? Maybe that person will manipulate. In fact, they manipulate, no doubt in it. Now you are attached to, please understand, you are attached to that church because of the confession. The confession concept they brought not to help you, to destroy you. Because once you confess in any church, just observe the psychological impact. Once you confess in any church, you cannot make yourself free from that church. Try. It is almost impossible. You are destroyed psychologically. However, Here we say you go to a deity. In fact, we scold deity, not we confess, okay? Because of you, all these things has happened. You did many things to others, nothing you did. You think that I did made a mistake. I think something is wrong with you. In fact, in Hinduism, anything and anytime anything goes wrong, we first scold God, okay? And we have lot of stotras on scolding God. You cannot believe it. And all bad words, you cannot think of the words, okay? Of course, in a sophisticated way. So that means we understand, please understand, we understand it is natural to have some problem, some agony. Whereas in confession what? It is a sin. You understand, I have committed a sin. Hey, you have not committed a sin. Who said? Yes, the first sin God made, for whom you are going to confess, that He created Adam and Eve. Okay, nothing wrong in it. That is also accepted. But why did He create an apple? That is the second sin. Okay, He created an apple, no problem. Why did He inject the thought, let us eat that? That is the third sin. Then after that, don't ask, only, after all, I am the product of the sin. What is wrong in me making or committing sin? That should be my attitude. You understand what I am trying to say? Then only you can grow up, then only you can come up in your life. Or else you will be a donkey, permanently branded. That's why, let us do what here? The concept is, that's why you have to be very clear and careful. The concept is very clear that you need to look at that whatever happens in your life, that is natural. That is not in your hand. Let it happen. What's wrong in it? But let me not continue. Let me not repeat. Let me grow out of it. That's the key. In order to grow out of it, if there are things I have to do, nothing wrong in it. But let me do consciously. Whatever, makes no difference. Because my aim and target is what? To grow out of it. Not to get indulged more and more. That's the point one has to understand very carefully, and there is very subtle, very thin line between this. Only you can understand, not anybody can understand. And they need not understand also. Whether you are growing or you are getting dragged, that only you can figure it out, only you can know for yourself. However, he says beautifully, when you see people, devotees, from gross we can go to the subtle part, or including you yourself, when you relate with God, whichever way you relate, whatever God, okay? Whether God is only efficient cause or both material and efficient cause, generally. Generally you think, oh God, give me this, give me that, or take away this, take away that. Only this is two transactions, you understand? There is no third thing. Have you ever asked, oh poor God, 24 hours you are standing here, listening all the sad stories. I thank you for this much patience. Have you ever? Imagine, suppose if you wait for some people, there is no rest for you. What hell you will go through? Poor God, standing there or sitting there or whatever way, okay? Listening to. How many times you have gone to the temple, to the church, to different religious places, just to thank. I am grateful. Whatever today I am, is because of you. Whether it's good or bad makes no difference. But we never do that. Always we go, hey, please give me this or take away this. And I don't see any third thing to see in any religious places. And of course, third one I see, business, okay? Networking, business, this and that. Oh, that is equal to outcome of any religious places. That's why any religious places becomes a big marketing center. Nothing else. However, says beautifully, when you go to the temple or church or whatever, now as a devotee, you have a transaction, you have a sankalpa. You understand? A strong resolution. In fact, before starting, suppose if you are going to ask bigger thing, that's why that day, the bigger bouquet. You understand? So based on what you are going to ask, and of course in Hinduism concept, best bananas, best coconut, poor fellow doesn't eat, but you have to eat only, okay? But you know that person will not eat. But you carry for him. It's a very pathetic situation, okay? Because I observe this thing, okay? That person does not eat, the God does not eat, but you know very well he will not eat. But you carry the best, hoping that it will come back to you. But if the priest manages to keep something, because poor fellow, he also has to survive. If he manages as per the rule, he is supposed to keep something. Because he will give to distribute to others, his family, everybody. For him, everybody. What he is going to do, that is none of your business. Now you carried, let us say, 1 dozen of banana, just example sake I am saying it, okay? You carried 1 dozen of banana, you expect, I am not telling you jokes. You expect 1 dozen to be back. And you say, hey, I have given dakshina also for this. Suppose that priest manages to keep 2 to 3 bananas, just 2 to 3 bananas. All your thoughts and thinking process are gone, destroyed. This is Hinduism concept. In every religion it has this funny concept, okay? And the best part is I'll tell you about the flowers. Especially I see in Indian movie clips, all these jokes and all these things. How, whatever flower you give, how it comes back. You understand? And again it goes to the shop. Whatever you keep wherever, let me not get into in details, okay? I'm sorry, it's a very sentimental point, okay? Wherever, whatever you keep it, don't worry. It need not be there all the time. After some time, also it get dispersed and come back to the right place. Again, don't worry, because you will never go back there, okay? And even if you go back, you ask the authority, nobody say, oh, we do not know, God knows. Maybe that person liked this flower, that's it, take away. Coming back, the point here is, there is a sankalpa. There is a strong resolution. And what is that strong resolution? Strong resolution is not related to grow out of your insecurity. In fact, how to manage your insecurity. So when you try to manage your insecurity when there is no insecurity, in reality, you are strengthening your insecurity. It's like somebody asks a question out of curiosity. Who is in your room? Now you react. So when you react, what does it mean? Now the curiosity is being strengthened or not? The person that out of curiosity does say, who is there? Suppose you can say, oh, ma, I don't know. The moment you say, I don't know, oh, means you take a surprise. Oh, is there anybody? Who is there? Then that person's curiosity goes, oh, okay. But if the person asks that who is there in the room, you start reacting. Huh, nobody's there. Huh. Then what does it mean? You understand what I am trying to say? It's a simple example. Now look at yourself. When you go to the God to ask for something, thinking that you will be able to manage your insecurity, but whatever you think that is that as insecurity is really insecurity. Is it really insecurity, or just you have created, or you have focused, or you have imposed as insecurity? That's why you create more insecurity. Please understand. That's why you create more insecurity. There is a beautiful story goes. A great master was sitting near the temple, and that too in winter season, and getting some sunlight, because near surrounded by temples there is good space. And he was getting sunlight, and of course a king went there. So when the king went there, as usual, king distributes all the rich people, they distribute. We have in India this concept, okay? Not to distribute, but to show that I am rich. Nothing else. It's just ego. And distributed. So as he was distributing, came to this master. So master did not bother. And again somebody said, look, he's a king, please. Then finally king got so angry. And when king got angry, this master also become more angry. Please, will you please go away? No, what can I do for you? Please go away. Move away. For me, sunlight is more important than your gift. If you want to do some favor to me, please move away. I don't need anything. Then the king got offended. What are you talking? You understand, I wanted to give something. He said, look, a beggar does not like to take from another beggar. King said, what are you talking? No, yes, a beggar does not like to take from another beggar. Definitely I am a beggar here. But remember, you are a beggar. Now after giving, you will go to the temple. What will you ask? Oh God, protect my kingdom. Oh God, let my kingdom be better. Let the prosperity be there. Let the tax come properly in due time so that I can do whatever I want. Now tell me, who is a bigger beggar? And why should a beggar take something from another beggar? That's why just move away. That is the best thing you can do for me in my life. So if you observe your life, that when you ask something to the God, always you ask out of insecurity. And more you ask out of insecurity, the more you strengthen your insecurity. That's why by default in Sankalpa, we bring Chitta Suddhyartham for the purification of the mind, for the availability of the mind. And of course, those who are seeker, those who are jigyasu, we add Jnana Vairagyabhyam Siddhyartham. And of course, those who are really learned, people learning, we used to add another word called Jnananistha Abhivruddhyartham. The commitment towards the Jnana knowledge. Let it grow. I do this puja, or this is my sankalpa. Let my commitment towards the knowledge keep increasing. Because when I look at it that way, what happens? I discover there is no insecurity. So when there is no insecurity, now tell me, is there any necessity to make a sankalpa, strong resolution to God? In fact, whatever happens in my life, I accept and accommodate. And I don't see any difference between me and God. Then only what happens, please understand, most important thing I have observed in my life, I hope you start observing in your life. This is what I expect. Whatever happens in our life, it has a purpose. Without purpose, even the saddest thing in your life, most painful thing in your life, and of course most elated thing in your life, both ways. Whatever happens, whenever it happens, is the right time. Only problem is you are not able to accept it, tolerate and assimilate. That's the only problem, nothing else. Just look at your back. Back means your past, okay? Don't try to look at your back in the mirror, okay? Please. So look at your back. You will discover all the incidents that you went through. That was nothing but the preparation for something better. Have not observed. Any tough time has given you opportunity to prepare yourself. And of course, any good time also had prepared you for something else. So that means it's very clear. With reference to past, especially, you don't have to worry. That's why make yourself comfortable with reference to your past. You don't have to go to this past life regression, this nonsense, that nonsense, okay? Please understand. It's good, nothing wrong in it. Because psychologists, they themselves are mad, okay? They need another psychologist. I'm not telling you jokes. In this psychology, people cannot help properly. Because they themselves need somebody's help. That's why they are more subjective. Hopefully there is no psychologist here. Even if they are there also, I don't care. Okay. This is my problem. Because psychologists, they are mad. And unfortunately, I have some problem. Both physically and mentally. Physically means I only come across psychologists. I don't know why. and mentally, of course, I cannot tolerate them. This is my problem, okay? And the best part is the cunning way they will ask the question. As though they know everything. As though they can handle anything and everything. But they themselves stink. The moment they open their mouth, I'm not telling you jokes, I observe. The moment they open their mouth, each sentence stinks. Stinks means, you can understand the meaning behind it if you are little bit smart and intelligent. Of course, it's a big profession, don't worry. Big money, big things. For each sitting you have to pay. No doubt in it. That's why I say always, the grandmother is the best psychologist. Grandparents, father, mother both, they are the best psychologists. I have never seen better psychologists in my life than my grandparents. Because as a child, whatever I did, whether right or wrong, who supported me? It was my grandparents. Not only they supported, they also corrected. Please understand, that's the most important aspect. Every grandparents first support, then correct, then monitor. They have never looked down on me. In fact, today the children are children. Please understand, especially our generation is better than this present generation because somehow or other we grew up with our grandparents. Somehow or other. Whereas the present generation do not see who are the grandparents. They are called outsider visitors. That's why disaster in life. Or sometimes they are babysitter. You understand? Aya. In India, I would say. They are the babysitters. You understand? Especially in Indian case, I cannot forget. Our Indian idiots, okay? I'm sorry, some idiots are here, okay? Especially those who are in overseas, okay? Those who listen to me later on, they will say, what Swami is talking? I don't know which form he is, okay? So, especially, I'm sorry, one person is in America, it fits this example. So, I'm sorry, not you, with the due respect, okay? So, those who are in, I think, let me change this example, it doesn't look nice. So, coming back here. So, here he says beautifully, let us now really conclude it. If you understand or you want to understand what is bhakti, devotion, not to have sankalpa, not to have any strong resolution. Oh God, your wish is my wish. Oh God, you know the best. Please take care of it. That's why sometimes we ask, oh God, give me the strength to face whatever comes on my life. That would be one of the best, healthiest things to ask the God. Oh God, you know the best. Give me the strength to face whatever comes. In the process, what you do, you release yourself from your insecurity. Can you see this point? At the same time, you don't ignore. You don't take it for granted either. You are aware. You are conscious. At the same time, you are strengthening yourself. So that's why he says beautifully that if you understand, this is that called devotion. When you understand, oh God, there is no difference between you and me. When there is pain in me, you will have also pain. And you know the best. That's why he use this word, jumps. He is me. Because when you say I am that, there is a little bit technical, so that's why I am trying to change this verse a little carefully. So here, you cannot jump so straight away. That would be the best devotion. That when you don't see any difference, you don't create any difference between you and your insecurity. And when you do not create any difference, then what happens? Your life becomes celebration, and you go to the God to express the sense of gratitude. So I call is this way. When you express the sense of gratitude to the God, that is the best devotion. Not asking this, asking that. And remember, when you express your sense of gratitude to anybody, forget about God. God is a different principle altogether. Whenever you express the sense of gratitude to anybody, do you get the best from that person or not? If not that moment, in due course of time, have you not observed? Whenever you have expressed genuinely your sense of gratitude to your parents, even if your parents are tough, stupid, all the bad negative words you can add, any adjective you don't want to use for anybody you can use, okay, at this context, conscious, nothing wrong in it. But the moment you express sense of gratitude to them, do they become good to you or not? Do they reciprocate or not? If not today, tomorrow. So this happens with reference to our parents. If you want to extend, because you had some childhood problem with your parents, that's why you want to extend that God is your ultimate parents. God is your ultimate father. You understand? If you have your childhood problem, nothing wrong in it. Imagine that father. When you express the sense of gratitude, will that father give the best to you or not? Can you see this point? So the best devotion is here what? Expressing the sense of gratitude. That's why this Navaratri, interestingly, is 9 nights to express our sense of gratitude. Each day, different forms. Okay, all of you, those who are inside the group, they must be getting the messages. Each night, we have one form. Different way of puja, different ways. It's just nothing but to express the sense of gratitude. And when you express sense of gratitude, you get everything. You don't have to ask for it. In fact, while expressing the sense of gratitude, the other person looks at you. Physically. What you need? What is lacking in you? That is being taken care automatically, systematically. And remember, when things comes when it is supposed to come is healthy, not when you want it to come. That's why you need to have maturity. And when you look for maturity, not presenting yourself as a beggar or insecure person, but a stable, healthy person, that is called the best devotion, and that time you are a devotee. More of it we'll see on Tuesday. Please close your eyes.